Next, I would like to invite Dr. Manimaran, the advisor of Sankalp, to give an insider's view on the organization.
Good evening, students, friends and colleagues. First of all, I would like to welcome you all for this wonderful function. Actually, I am very glad to be associated with Sankalp. It is a lot of learning for me, more than I advise them actually. So Sankalp has been successful for the past 16, 17 years with the support of all of you, so many students in the past, so many volunteers in the past, and community at large actually, not only in AIMS and beyond AIMS. A lot of well-wishers, they contribute to Sankalp's growth, Sankalp's mission, and Sankalp's success. On behalf of Sankalp, I would like to express my sincere thank you to all of you for making this possible. I want to just reflect on, in a broader context, as we all know, the world is facing a lot of problems, especially the developing countries like India faces several challenges, including women empowerment. Women, they are not necessarily empowered like a developed country like United States. Women empowerment is a big issue there. Socio-economic development. For example, the rural India is not in sync with the development that is happening in urban India. You hear, you read newspapers saying that India is growing, there is a lot of potential there. That's great, that's a good news. But most of this development, most of those growths, they are happening in urban India, to some extent in the middle class India, not necessarily in the poor rural India. In rural India, the primary education itself is a challenge. Not many kids can afford to go to school because they don't have, their parents, they don't have, either they don't have school nearby, or their parents send the kids to some daily wage work, for example. Although there has been great strides made over the decades by the government of India through various schemes, rural employment schemes and rural development schemes, there are several schemes actually. But these schemes have seen limited success because of various societal issues like bureaucracy, a lot of red tapeism, inefficiency in executing the projects, and more importantly, corruption at various levels. If the government allocates certain funds, the actual percentage reaches the consumer or the beneficiary is only 20% or 30%, depends on the project you are talking about. It is not just the lack of fund or lack of resources, it is the lack of will and lack of the process and the lack of successful implementation of those projects. That's what make it hard. That's what lacking India, especially the rural India, not able to reap the benefit of its growth that is happening today. So great leaders like Mahatma Gandhi, you all know Gandhi is a great leader who not only dedicated his life for India's independence, but also addressing all these issues like women empowerment, socio-economic development, primary education, you name it. All of them are very important issues. He worked for them, he dedicated his life, he inspired millions of people around the world, generations. I haven't seen Gandhi in person, but I have read about Gandhi. We all read about Gandhi. Every word he uttered about these kind of issues or addressing these issues inspires us In fact, Sankalp is one of the organization inspired based on Gandhi's or leaders like Gandhi's principles. So Sankalp is a noble, Sankalp's cause is noble. Unlike other organization, we have several organizations at Iowa State University, close to 400 or 500 organizations, student organization at Iowa State University of different types. Each one brings unique value to the university in the form of broadening students' learning beyond academics. That's great. But if you look at very carefully, Sankalp's mission or Sankalp as an organization, it is about giving their time and effort for the sake of others. It is basically a noble cause, a charity cause. Not many organization has this as a fundamental or primary goal in its mission. So that way Sankalp is a different organization. And Sankalp has been successfully making this progress for a period of years, and Sankalp has executed several projects. I'm sure you heard from Pranav at the introduction. Sankalp has executed several projects successfully over its existence and positively impacted many lives, many communities in rural India, whether it is women empowerment or primary education or any other rural development projects. So you can look at those kind of information in Sankalp website. Some of the information is also provided in the Akshara newsletter. This newsletter was initiated several years ago. In between it was stopped. Then students came up with the idea, why don't we resume this newsletter so that we can engage the community better, we can inform the community what are the needs, we can seek ideas from the communities. It's a great effort. Students have resumed that effort again. So what I want to tell you, this is a great organization. It has been going well. It has ups and downs in terms of student membership. I think I request all students who are present here, not only you participate for Daawat, you also participate in other regular meetings. Depending upon your time commitment, you don't need to be there all the time. Whenever you find time, you make an effort to attend 1 or 2 meetings. Provide your input about project ideas or whatever you think now that can add value to Sankalp's mission. It is a welcoming organization. It is an open organization. Every idea is welcome. Everyone has a role to play. Okay. So I want to say a few things about this Sankalp student volunteers. The way they work, it is amazing actually. There are a group of maybe 10 to 12 students. These are core volunteers, I would say. They meet every Friday. Okay, there is a fixed location, there is a fixed timing. There is a regular email comes. What is the agenda item? So professional. I go to this meeting once in a while to observe what they discuss. It is amazing the kind of professionalism they exhibit, the type of teamwork they show in terms of identifying the project or in terms of contacting the NGOs or planning for various things like Daawat, all kinds of things. It's amazing. It shows they learn from each other as a group. I think that is very important. Okay, so this particular organization, Sankalp, as I mentioned before, it provides a platform not only for making contribution to the society, but also provide a platform for our students in learning and nurturing their skills in terms of entrepreneurship, leadership, teamwork, all those things. It's a wonderful experience actually. So what I want to tell you, I think I said pretty much what I wanted to say. I appeal to students, try to participate, whether it is Sankalp or some other organization, it doesn't really matter. It will expand your understanding about life beyond academics, and you will really look back maybe 10 years from now, you will remember your days at Iowa State in a different perspective, not just your thesis and advisor, much beyond all of them. I think Sankalp is a wonderful organization like many other organizations at Iowa State. Sankalp needs you. Sankalp needs more project ideas. Sankalp needs more volunteer support. And I appeal to the community here. If you have great ideas, please contact Sankalp president or me or any Sankalp volunteer. We will take up that idea. We will discuss. If it merits further investigation, we will contact you. So that's the way the process works. And it doesn't need to be monetary support. That is most welcome, but it could be project ideas, or it could be methods by which you raise funding, fundraising events and things like that. So it could be multiple form. Again, I thank you for all your contributions and continued support. And also I would like to thank Iowa State for providing opportunity for Sankalp like organization, in particular to Sankalp, the recognition, support and enabling students to learn and practice whatever they want, especially in the context of India. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Manimaran, for that enlightening speech.